What's going on, guys? I'm Taylor Killa Bee Starling. I fight for BKFC in the strawweight division. Fighting out of Rock Hill, South Carolina. I'm ranked #2 in the world for the strawweight division. I am the face without a belt. I am the face of the women's divisions in BKFC. I don't have a strap, but you see me everywhere, and I like to think I'm one of the stars of the show. I started this journey when I was about 13, 14. In school, I got in a lot of trouble. I would get in a lot of fights, and that put me in the position to get into a gym and do this in a way that was healthy and not going to get me in trouble. And I just fell in love with it. I wasn't good at anything. I was terrible at dance. I was terrible at softball, cheerleading. I tried to do everything and nothing worked for me. And once I started training martial arts, I knew that was it for me, but I also knew I would be a star. I knew it, I believed in it. I knew I was gonna be famous in fighting, and I knew it was gonna happen for me, and I chased that dream. I've done wrestling, MMA, jiu-jitsu, boxing, kickboxing, Muay Thai, bare-knuckle. That's 7. I've done everything. I don't even know if there's anything I haven't done. I haven't done the power slap. So that's like the only thing I haven't checked off my list yet. The earliest fight I've ever been in, probably about the time I was 7 or 8, I was living in Florida. I knew I was an aggressive kid, but one of the neighborhood kids was over at my house. We would always come to my house. I had the trampoline, so the kids always wanted to come jump on my trampoline. I got shoved off my trampoline, and I just lost my mind at a really young age and beat the hell out of a little boy. And I knew then that I was like, okay, maybe I'm just aggressive. I knew I was aggressive, but my dad always taught me not to take shit from anybody, and that's from the time I was little to a grown-ass woman. My dad told me, do not take anything off of anybody. If they disrespect you, you let them know. You disrespected the wrong person. So yeah, that was my first altercation, was when I was really little, and just, I felt like I was getting picked on, and I defended myself, and none of the kids in the neighborhood ever messed with me again, but I also think they didn't ever want to come and jump on my trampoline again. The best way to describe my fighting style and the way that it came about, the way I adapted that style, like I just told you, I was really aggressive very young. I always had this don't fuck with me mentality, and I always wanted to be bigger and badder than everyone, even though I'm just this tiny little girl. And I had a rough upbringing. My life was very hard. I was mad at the world, and I feel almost like my style reflects that, because every single time I've ever gone in there, the world was on my shoulders and I had to get it out. So I'm a brawler, and I throw down because, you know what, life hits harder. Things in life are way harder, and that's my moment to get that out of my system legally without without committing a murder. So to get to go in that ring and just leave it all out there, that's why I fight the way that I do, and that's how I adapted my style. I definitely had to reel it in a little bit, you know. There are people who know how to deal with an aggressive striker like me, a pressure fighter who know how to brawl just as much as I do, people who've had the world on their shoulders and they're stepping in there with me, and that's why I get in a lot of wars. But yeah, I've gone through so many things that's my moment to release it, and I think that's what makes me a brawler. I would say I am down to scrap. I'm a brawler, and life made me that way. Life made me the brawler I am.
She's amazing. She's probably the most interesting person I've ever met, and she's a great inspiration, especially to my son and the other girl wrestlers. And she's my bestie, and we like to get our nails done.
We get our nails done.
My name's Nick Vespe. I am Taylor Starling-Vespe's husband, and I am BKFC's official photographer. I met my wife on the road. I photographed one of her fights, and it actually was the worst night of her life in combat sports. And that's when I met her. At her, you know, what I saw the thrill and the agony in a very short time, just 3 days. I saw a girl who I know was on the uprise in BKFC. BKFC brought me in as a photographer during that time, and the first fight I got to document was against Christine. I'm bringing this young, excited girl into the studio where she is fighting for the world championship. I'm putting the belt around her waist to take images. She is all smiles, her team is excited, the energy's there. I was rooting for her internally, just as I was rooting for Christine internally. Like, I want the fighters to do the best, but she was just amazing. The first time I met her, her energy was contagious. Her eyes tell you a million things. And again, she doesn't look many people in the eyes, and she locked her eyes right with me, and we had a great bond right off the start. She gave me everything I wanted as a photographer.
I believe that BKFC is creating great opportunities for women. I feel like we don't usually get to show off our striking skills, and that we are nasty and gritty, and that we can fight just as well as the men can. You got UFC, people are going to the ground, they're wrestling, and that's not taking anything away from them. You got boxing, playing it safe a little bit with some gloves on. Bare-knuckle is where the women can be the nastiest, and we've got some of the baddest females in the world in this organization. It's a little unfortunate. I feel like we get more scrutiny than the men do. If the women have one boring fight, then we're all, what's the word I'm gonna say, hung at the stake for it. We're all in trouble if someone has a boring fight, but how many men have boring fights? How many men aren't getting fights of the night? They are creating more opportunities for women to showcase their skills, but they could also do a better job, and that's something that I'm really advocating for and pushing for, and I want us to get more. We deserve more, and yeah, I love the women in the organization. I think we have some of the most beautiful women in the planet fighting the most lethal combat sport that there is, the grittiest, the nastiest, the dirtiest, and it's the duality. It's like the duality. We have these beautiful females who are coming in here and fighting like gladiators, and that's amazing, and we need more of it, and I'm gonna push for the females in BKFC. Well, I'm like soaked from training.
Good job.
You wouldn't think I'd be driving this, would you? This Toyota Tacoma 2011.
Why wouldn't I think that?
It's paid off. I don't know. I don't feel like this is what everyone would assume that I drive. I was working at an amusement park, I was working at a coffee shop, and I was working at a bakery, and all of that, and be a mom, and just be single, and like to handle all of that. There was no way. Like,
Don't mind me. I'm just.
say hi. And Nick's at home waiting for us, okay? How you doing, buddy? You alright? Such a good person. Like, it's almost hard to believe that he is as good of a person as he is, but he really is. He's such a good human being, and he does right by others, and he sees the best in everything, and like, it's amazing. It's very inspiring because, this world is crazy, and you can't trust everybody and everything, and he is genuinely a good person. Him and his family,
I got to learn like what type of person she was. I was going through probably the worst time in my life at the moment, and I was not looking for a relationship. I didn't care about that. I didn't want to entertain it, especially her being a fighter. I wanted nothing about that. I wanted to just be her friend because she made me feel good in that way. I wasn't looking for anything out of her. I wasn't looking to get a quick fix or, or flex that I'm dating a fighter or something. I was really trying to be respectful of her place and not ruin anything for her or hurt my job or the integrity of anything. Like, I really just cared about her, but she made me feel so good. And then there was the long distance thing. I was in New Jersey and she was in South Carolina. So we were looking for moments where, oh, I'm here traveling, and we could make it work. And then I just started driving from New Jersey to South Carolina. And it's 500 miles, it's like 550 miles each way. And I was going there and back every few days just to see her. And, the rest is history.
Of course, I know I'm a pretty girl, and I never realized that there was a duality. I just existed as what I was and who I am. I love doing makeup. I love being girly. When I grew up, I was a tomboy. I was kind of a little bit of the ugly duckling, and I didn't get to play with makeup. I didn't get to wear perfume and be girly and do girly things. So when I finally got that chance, I really deep dived into being a girly girl, and once I could wear skirts and bows and do my hair and makeup, I became obsessed with it, and it's something that relieves my stress. But also I still have that tomboy side of I want to hang with the guys. I want to beat up the guys. I want to do better than the guys. And that's just a balance that came very natural to me. And now I love the idea. I love the idea that when people say, you're too pretty to fight, you're too pretty to do what you're doing, I love that. I love when people meet me and it's very unassuming. Of course, I'm all tatted up and people are like, you're a little rough, but I love when people don't expect me to be the bare-knuckle fighter and the woman in the ring and the one in the meme with the busted up face. No one can ever believe it, and it's the best. I love that I get to be a mom and a wife and a woman, and I think it's very important to embrace that side of yourself. That's who I am. I love getting ready. I love being a woman. I love being mommy. So to be able to separate that is awesome. I think it's really cool. I think it's very important for me to stay grounded. That's what keeps me grounded, is being able to be a woman, to be able to say, hey, I need to put mascara on or draw my eyebrows on or make sure I don't look like shit. It's really fun. It's something, for me, it's a stress reliever almost, but it's very important to have separation, if you will, to be able to separate Killa Bee from Taylor Starling and kind of also mesh them together too. I know what people want to see. I love the process of getting ready and putting on a show and being like, here I am and I look like this, but when I get in that ring, it's going to be a different story. It's going to be something like you've never seen before. But for me, it's very important to be able to have that separation of this is what I enjoy doing. I love to be this way, but also I can flip the switch and beat your ass if I want to. Brody, you want to show Chris your room? What did you say? I'm going in. Look, show Chris some of your dinosaurs, because the son loves dinosaurs. Maybe show him like your top 3.
Yeah, let me see the top 3 dinos.
Oh, my favorites?
Yeah, let's get it.
What is that one?
What is it called again?
Is that a Moza?
This is, Brachocinius.
Brachocinius, okay.
Yes. That's what they all wear there.
Titanosaurus. And,
It's down here. What's this one's name? Dolores? You got Dolores. What kind of dinosaur is this?
Equilops.
An Equilops, yep. So we got, what is that one?
The Quetzalcoatlus. These would be humans. These are almost bigger than a house.
Yeah, almost bigger than a house, right? Are they meat eaters or are they plant eaters? Carnivores? Carnivores? Yeah. So we like the flying dinosaurs. Yeah, Brody loves his dinosaurs.
Okay. This is the swag room. This is my speed.
Right now, bro. Straight.
This is my speed.
I think finding someone who understands her entirely really enhances who she is, and now she's at a place in her life where she doesn't have to fight for the mental, she doesn't have to fight for the financial, she doesn't have to fight at all. She's choosing now to fight, whereas before there was no option. That's all she knew, and she was defined by the words, the characteristics that everybody else has applied to her. And now showing her all the good, like, dude, what she's able to give back to people is amazing. You know, when someone's happy and they feel whole and they feel safe, like, we get the best version of Taylor, and that's inside and outside the ring. You know, so watching the girl I met years ago into the woman she is now it's really like an honor. And I think bare-knuckle helped define some aspects of her, but if it literally wasn't for bare-knuckle, I would not have my wife. And I'm so proud of where she is, and she doesn't need a belt, she doesn't need her hand raised, she doesn't need flashy things, she doesn't need money to be whole anymore. You know, we found everything else outside of fighting, just like I was looking as BKFC for my own little glory or things that I'm proud of. You know, now everything I'm proud of has nothing to do with a camera, you know. So I think she feels the same way. Everything she's proud of now has nothing to do with her fist. It's our home.
Come on, Chris.
Keith the Rockstar Richardson, professional MMA fighter, former BKFC world champ. I'm also the owner and head coach of Modern Warrior MMA. Came from training Taylor for about 5 years. She's one of the top female fighters, in all of bare-knuckle. Really doesn't have a ceiling. Like her ceiling is where she wants to place it. She's good enough to determine her own fate.
May 6th, Daytona Beach, Florida. Don't miss it. I come to steal the show every single time I fight. Blood for blood. You cannot have a blood for blood event without me, the Killa Bee, the queen of the ring, and blood and violence and bare-knuckle. You can't do it without me. My one goal is to go over there and make somebody bleed, and that's what I plan to do. And I can't wait. History is about to be made. We're about to have a metal concert, bare-knuckle fights. This is something the combat sports world has never seen, and I can't wait to come and steal the show. Bah!